Okay, so hello everybody. So normally, my directive here is that normally I would not record these calls, but there is important information in tonight's call that I really need to get across to everybody, because this is for the benefit of our incoming customers. And we know that the lifeblood of what we do in an isogenics business is actually our customers. So bringing them in and giving them an exceptional 30-day experience. So we will go through that. But firstly, let me say thank you to Beck. So welcome, Beck. She's new to our fold. So she is in our direct downline, not personally enrolled by us, but we have started chatting. We've chatted on and off for a little while, and Beck's coming into our team training. So it's very beautiful to have you here, Beck. And Lainey and Clint, thank you so much for jumping on as well. Again, I just want to go forward and just ask, if you can't be here tonight on these calls, that you please do me a favor. In all love and respect, please send me an apology. So thank you, Daniel, for sending me your apologies. Good luck at basketball. And Fiona, obviously you're away in Vietnam, so that is also noted. And Georgie, I think you're making Harry's birthday cake, so I hope that that's all going well. But I just wanted to start going back over our calls and doing them in a very structured way. So firstly, we're going to come back into recognition, okay? And this is really important because all people are driven by recognition. So men die for it and babies cry for it. So bear with me while I go through our weekly achievers. And please know that they are 1 week in arrears. So they actually are for the week of the 10th of October. All right, so our top enrollers are Michelle Campbell, Marguerite Robertson, Zach and Naomi Waite. Beck, some of your guys in there, Susan Naylor and Darren, they're your guys. Caitlin Harstone, Michelle Hay, BJ, Emma Shani from New Zealand, Deb Brown, Leanne Timms. Our top cyclers, Kenny Fong. Actually, Beck, you're up there, Tiki D. Kenny Fong, Caitlin Harstone, Mel Hovey, Lainey and Clint, yay. Michelle and Brian, Joe Forbes, Michelle Campbell, Zach and Naomi Waite, and Nicole Clark. And then we have a whole stack of people. I think these guys were all on equal 10th. So Chow Jing Tan, Deb Brown, Mel and Steve Williams, Margie Robertson, Patrick Shattuck and Jackie Brown. And then we have our top income earners. So these are our personally enrolled. So Caitlin, Michelle and Brian, Lainey and Clint, Susan, Tim, Kenny Fong, Margaret Robinson, Deb Morton, Narelle and Richard, and Joe Forbes. So congrats to everybody there. And if you'd like a hard copy of these to actually see where you sit or see where you rank, you certainly may ask me for them. I can take a snapshot of them and send them through. And it's really good to know if any of your people are appearing on this report as well. So do know that these are a leadership report. They are only available for 2-star and above. I think 2 or 3-star and above Golden Circle Executive Tech. But congratulations to all those people. Running back over events again, because we know that events are the highest paid skill in network marketing, and we must be actively working to have as many people go to events as possible. We know that that is where the magic happens. I'm sure that each one of you went to an event and something just pinged for you, and you got something at that event which allowed you to take your business further. So, of course, we have IC Uni Sydney coming up on the 20th and to the 22nd of October. We have a Super Saturday in Adelaide, which is the 28th of October. So if you have team in Adelaide, I would ask you that you send those guys to that. We have University in Action in Auckland, the 17th to the 19th of November. Now, if anybody actually wants to go to that event, tickets to Auckland are actually really quite cheap. So I just bought a return ticket for under $500. So I think that that's actually cheap for an international flight. That's cheaper than going to Perth. So that was pretty cool. I bought that today. And then we also have University in Action in Melbourne. So, of course, the 24th to the 26th of November. So Melbourne event is at Pullman, East Melbourne, and UAA in Auckland is at the Pullman in Auckland. Events and, trainings that, again, you must be across. The ISA Warrior, Susan Sly. So you need to be in that ISA Warrior group. watching her recordings that do happen live at 11 a.m. on a Tuesday. I actually haven't seen that one today, so I'll go back over and record it. And please remember that it is your responsibility to be in that group, to be picking up that training. You should not have to be spoon-fed with this training if you are serious about making a multi-million-dollar income from what you have in your fingertips. We have the Rise Up Challenge. However, I believe that entry into that group has closed. It closed on the 9th, and that was when you needed to have an ANZ celebration ticket. That's just a little 6-week challenge group that's been run by Isagenix ANZ to really help business flow into the end of the year. We also know that we need to be making ourselves available for this call. So really, all in all, you need to be committing to 3 hours per week of your business development. You also need, I would say you need to also be matching that with personal development, and the rest of the time you need to be working on productivity and, you know, new contacts, follow-ups, sign-ups and coaching. Okay, so that leads us into our 30-day process of how we actively and professionally, lovingly with service, help our customers have the best 30-day experience. Okay, now please know I'm going to share my my systems with you, and they work for me. They work really, really well. We have an incredibly retained, we have really good retention since we started implementing this, and I mean implementing it really, really hard and actually doing some firm tracking. Before this, hands on my heart, our tracking actually wasn't that great and our retention wasn't that great. But since we have implemented this tracking system, retention has been great. So let's say in the last 2 months of the people that we've brought in, only 2 have actually not gone on to order a subsequent second month. Everybody else has been really well and beautifully retained. Okay, so I'm going to bring you off mute so we can chat and you can ask me questions back and forward. Okay, all right. Okay, why can't I unmute you? You want to unmute yourself, Lainey? Yay, awesome. Okay, so in the ISA Help and Grow page, Beck, I'm not sure you're in there yet, but I'll pop you in there. So that's our little business builders. Let's say it's like our reference page. We do run we run everybody that is interested in building this and either having their products paid for or having the It Works amount or that dream amount come in, then really they need to be across Isagenix Business ANZ. They need to be across Team Breakthrough, which is Brett and Sammy's, and then we would ask you that they also go into ISA Help and Grow. There's not a lot of activity that goes through ISA Help and Grow. It's only kind of a pollination of moving things across. All right. Okay, noisy kids, that's fine. And so you will find in the file section on ISA Help and Grow a very simple checklist for you to be able to flow through a 30-day process with your customers. And so I ask that you go in there and that you find that file. If somebody wants to go and grab it now, Lainey, if you want to do that for me, beautiful. And find that in the file section and kind of share it up, preview it, copy it or share it there so that I can tag people in it as we go, as you know, I come off this tonight. That is Pardon, Chicky?
You want me to send that into our group chat?
Yeah, you can send it into the group chat. Yep, that's fine. Because then people, what you can do when it's in that group chat, everybody can then save that as a document onto their, you know, like into notes on their phone, or actually save it into documents on a laptop or a computer. And then I would suggest printing out a hard copy and then actually having it at your workstation. So when you're going through the process with your customers, that you're literally just checking things off. So we saw off that I can't even remember what that lady's name is. Remember one of the first videos I put up there, and she was going through coaching her 30 days with people. She was attaching a checklist to the customer's order, and she had them in a 1 to 31 binder, and she was just ticking them off as she went. I thought that was quite clever. However, I'm not a real paper person. I have a tracking board, much like she had then the whiteboard. So that's kind of how I work it. But just get yourselves over that that process that I typed out. And please know that I didn't create that process myself. It was a fusion of Brett and Sammy's 30-day coaching and a fusion of Heidi McCallan's 30-day coaching. Two incredible mentors and two incredible success stories in Isogenics. I fused both of their 30-day experiences, customer experiences together, and I made it something that was quite simple and had beautiful touch points. And you just need to see it. You need to see that piece of paper, and then as you bring new customers in, you follow that process along. Of course, also in fusion with the new associate checklist, and some other things that we'll talk about. But then you have a very simple, duplicatable process to be able to flow across to your new sharers. Okay. Of course, when we bring new people in together with our first, newbies, when they want to share first up, we're going to do the first couple of coachings together so that they never feel like they're alone. We're going to hold their hands while they coach their first couple of cleanses until they have it down pat. But we are simply going to show them that what we are doing is off a checklist and a checklist. And so they never have to make anything up. They never have to feel overwhelmed. They just basically have to know dates and then know a process. Does that make sense? So it's actually literally like a 10-year-old child could pick these pieces of paper up and then dial a phone number and help somebody with the process. Is that cool? Because remember that when we want to live an amazing life, we need to actually leverage ourselves out of our business. And the way that we need to leverage ourselves out of our business is by showing duplication and by allowing other people to do what we do at an even more exceptional level than what we do. Okay? So it's all about leverage. It's all about duplication and leverage of time. You must teach your people to be even better than you are. And that's exactly what happens when you want to live this exceptional, amazing life with this dream income coming in, which we'll talk about again in a second. You've got to leverage yourself out of it. Okay? Because if you keep doing everything all the time for everybody, you're not doing network marketing, you're doing a network job. Okay? I don't think anybody wants a network job. We want network marketing and we want a residual income so that if we were to go on holidays for 6 months of the year, that everything was ticking on after us and we knew that all we had to do was probably just say hi to everybody every day, but we don't actually have to physically do a lot of hard work. Yeah? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So if you have a piece of paper handy, I will actually I'll take a photo of my board in a second, but I want to just show you if you guys draw it out as I explain it, that might make sense. Hey BJ, so these are my columns, okay, and this is what I go off. So of course I have a column for the name of the person, and then I have a column for a welcome message or a welcome post. So depending on the way the person is interacting with me, some people are very old school and they're just text, they're not on social media, or their email. But most people that we deal with nowadays are on social media. So that says welcome message or post, because we want to congratulate somebody and celebrate them because they've made this amazing decision to get their life, sorted and start their lifestyle transformation. Okay, very careful with the wording here. It's always about lifestyle change or lifestyle, lifestyle modification, lifestyle enhancement. We're always talking about lifestyle. With the next column is welcome call /NAC. Yeah. So that means that we're actually firmly booking in a welcome call, which must be done to the best of your ability by Zoom. Okay. And I'll talk about that in a second. /NAC means new associate checklist. All right. The next column is day 1 /Isobody. So of course we're going to celebrate that person by whichever way, by text, by email, or by social media for their day 1. The next column is, and we're also going to again encourage them to take their photos and to register for the ISA body on their day one. Okay. The next column is cleanse day number 1. So same thing, we're going to jump on, celebrate them, encourage them, support them, hold their hand through their first cleanse day. And then we have day 11, and I have healthy mind body there. So we ask them, how did you go? How's your first 11 days going? Are you up to that second lot of cleansing? How do you feel? You know, would you be willing to share your results with anybody? Have anybody noticed? So these are all the conversations that you'll be, like little words that you're having with that person. If they note to you that they perhaps might be struggling with something, that's where you're going to talk about healthy mind body again. You would have already gone through the healthy mind body on the new associate checklist. But if you get into conversation and you feel that this person is actually struggling with their mindset, at that day 11 mark, you're going to bring in the healthy mind body again. Okay. We then have day 21, which is auto ship. So that again is a firm phone call that we have with somebody to discuss their auto ship consultation and what would they like to do for phase 2. So note my language here. This is an auto ship consultation, and how can I help you further into phase 2 of your lifestyle shift? We're going to have a firm call at that day. You're never going to, and this is my posture around it. I promise I will never let an order go out that you don't know about. At day 21 or close to that date, we are going to have a firm phone call and we're going to have a consultation about how we can help you further into phase 2 of your lifestyle change. Would that be okay? All right. You lock that date in. All right. You diarize that in your phone diary, on a paper diary, on your board tracker, somewhere where you're going to remember, and then you do what you say you are going to do and you call that person on that day. This is all customer service, okay? And then, of course, we get up to day 30 is our next column, and that is really where we're celebrating them for coming through their first 30-day phase, and we're going to ask them, how amazing, what do you feel like? Would you be willing to share your photos in our closed group? Would you be willing to share your photos on your social media? Would you be willing to work together to impact more lives and help people make their lifestyle shift as well? You are asking them permission to celebrate them in the group and celebrate them on their social media to work together to inspire more people to change. Okay. And then I have day 60 and day 90. So we keep a track of people going on because we want to make sure that we're just constantly staying in touch with people. We don't want to have people feel like they get to 30 days and then they're just off with the wind, that all we did was worry about them for 30 days. We actually just still want to have touch points. Now, we can cleverly have touch points with people if we do have the ISA Tools to Go desktop app, because we can be doing one-touch emails. So we can be adding value to our entire list, which means past members, current members, sharers, business builders, and prospects by sending a one-touch email, which is specific to the category, or you can just send out one big whole one. So it's I like the ISA Tools to Go desktop for that singular purpose, really, of it being an incredible touch-based tool that you can send out to every single person, past, current, sharer, whoever, by sending them, adding value by sending out an email. Okay.
Lisa, sorry, just quickly, with that ISA Tools, is all those emails already in the system if they've joined up directly to me?
No. So there are drip emails. So this is something I actually have not got my head around yet. There is a drip email that you can, let's say like you start tomorrow, I can load you in a drip email campaign for a new cleanser, and it means that you'll get emails that are written by Isagenix and they'll be dripped to you at certain increments, like certain days along the 30 days. But what I'm talking about with that one-touch email is actually an email that I write myself, and then I send out to my entire list. Please know that I don't actually write them all myself. What I generally do is I copy and paste stuff out of Isagenix Health, or I copy and paste stuff, something else from some other health site that I really like. I will always reference where it's come from most of the time, but it's something that's adding value to people. So it's, it's generally about, you know, new product or what a product's good for, or, you know, it might be like gut health, which is really hot right now, or it might be something about intermittent fasting. So it's something health and wellness related. And then every now and again, there will be the promo one. So I will send out if we're doing like a 10% discount for your membership, new products, those types of things. But most of the time, it's actually value adding. Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, look, if you have not experienced the ISA tools to go desktop, just go to Google and actually Google Isogenics to go desktop, and you'll actually see some training. Some training YouTubes will come up. So just explore. So are we okay with that? Are we understanding why we actually need to put our customers through and actually have them experience an exceptional 30-day experience?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's actually all about retention. This is customer service. It is business 101. Remembering that at the end of, so when we bring customers in, yeah, let's say that's the hard work, that's the upfront money, that's the product introduction bonuses, you know, the double PIBs and any other kind of like ranked stars and things that we're going for. So I'd say that's the hard work. Then the heart work is the customer service, which then leads to the residual income. Because when you have a customer that is well looked after and retained, then they're going to repeat buy, and then we get paid our residual income on the repeat buying. Yeah, it's easy to have a customer retained and happy and buying product long term than it really is to always having to be finding new people. And then a well-retained customer is a happy customer. A happy customer is more likely to refer people in to the company where they're feeling happy. Okay. That's proven across all type of customer service. Yeah, wherever you are feeling special is where you're going to help your people feel special too. All right. Okay. So that leads me to probably going over, let's say, the welcome call. Now, I think Brett and Sammy had they filmed a welcome call the other day on Team Breakthrough. Now, I have to admit that I didn't actually watch it. Okay, but I'm going to share my screen with you, and I'm going to show you what I take our people through on a welcome call. And I strongly, strongly, strongly encourage you to start making use of the Zoom technology, and that from this day forward, unless you are physically in the same town as the person that you're starting off, that all of your welcome calls be done via Zoom. Okay, because there's some very special things that you actually want to show them to help them dream, okay, which we can't really do just by having a phone call or even a Facebook chat. We can see their faces by Facebook, video calling, or by like FaceTime, but we want them to see what we see through the back office. Yeah, does that make sense? Okay, cool. So I'm just going to share screen. Let's hope that this works, because I'll be honest with you, I actually do most of my welcome calls face to face, and I do this process. I have my laptop when I do them face to face, and I do this process well face to face. But if I have someone that's not locally to me, it generally is just over the phone or it's by Facebook chat. That has all changed as of yesterday. Okay, so. Just got to find what I want. I don't even know where it is. Don't want to see my emails. There might be some really weird emails there. Where's that? Okie-dokie. No. Oh God. See, I'm not very good at this. I've got to get my my shit together. Hang on 2 seconds while I figure this one out, and let me see if you can see what I'm going to see. Okay. I'm just trying to find my back office. Where are you? Oh, there you go. Okay, there you go. Can you see my back office? Give me a nod if you can see my back office. Yep, awesome. Okay, so I'm going to pretend that we're doing a welcome, okay? So I'm just going to bring you off. I'm just going to bring you off mute. I know Linton Claney, sorry. You guys, if you want to stay on mute because the kids are having a ball, that's okay. But Beck and BJ, or you guys, if you want to chat to me, then you can just ask me questions as I'm going through, okay? So first thing I say is welcome. I'm just going to show you through your customer account. I try to call it customer account and not back office because I think that that's a bit of Isagenix terminology. So I say, I'm just going to run you through your customer account and show you where everything sits. The most important thing I want you to see here is I want you to see your managed auto ship. Okay, so we're just going to, and I would say, this is your back office, and I've asked them for permission to log in with their username and their password. I say to them, please know that I cannot do anything through order anything for you. Please know that it's safe. However, for you to feel safer, you may certainly change your password when we're out after this, okay? So give them that safety to know that you can't do anything, that you're just here doing doing an orientation, right? So I say, let's click on your manage auto ship and have a look to see what's going out. You guys can see what I order. This is pretty much what I order every month. And I say, please take note of this date. Please write that down for me. And note that because that's what date your next order is coming out. So let's see what we have here. And then you ask them, how are you going? How are you feeling? Will this pack suit you for phase 2? So you're having a consultation into their next phase. And you'll basically just be running that through, helping them amend it, add anything into it that they may want to add. Now, all of our customers get a sample pack, so they may like the e-shots. And I say, did you love the e-shot in that sample pack? Let's put them in. So basically what we're doing is we're just showing them how to edit and we're showing them how to add, okay? And we are making sure that they have taken note of that auto ship date. And then we say to them, so going forward, please know that this order will come out of your account every 30 days. So what I suggest to everybody is say about the 25th of every month that you just jump into your customer account and you make sure that what's there suits your need. And if ever you need to chat to me about the next phase for you, just give me a call. Okay? Is that good?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
And then, of course, we come home. Come back. And then I'll say to them, this green button here, that's just placing an order. You can online shop, right? And they're like, yeah, and they're great. That's basically just like adding stuff to online shopping. That's you ordering products outside of your auto ship. But just know that every time you order something, there's going to be a $14.95 fee, okay? But, you can do it. You might want to jump in there and order some stuff for your friends to try. Talk about that. But over here on this yellow button, this is manage and view events. Isagenix is bigger than me. It really is. It's incredible. It's an amazing support community. And we have events going on all over the country and actually globally. So you would have, if I knew what pack that person started on, I would say, you'd actually have an event voucher in your customer account. You'd have a coupon, would actually save you money on an event voucher. So where are you? You're in Melbourne. Guess what? We've got this amazing personal development course coming up, and I would speak to them about the next event and see if they wanted to come. But please make mention the fact that they'll have a voucher in their back office, okay, in their customer account. All right. Now, note that this new person that we're talking to is going to be a customer. Generally, they will not have had a look at this, so they'll have the pathway to associate video over here. Yeah. So I'd say, see this blue one? You're feeling amazing. Yeah, like you look amazing. I can see that you're glowing through social media. Thanks for sharing your results. What have other people said? So this is where you're getting the feedback from them as to how they look and how they feel. Do you know what? I'm going to touch on this again in a second, but see this blue button? This is basically where we help people together. So it's not expected that you know how to actually help people get started with Isagenix. I'm going to help you. In fact, the first 10 people that you speak to, I'm going to hold your hand and we're going to get them started together. Would that be okay? Yeah, sure. Awesome. And I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, so don't freak out. We're going to come back to that in a second. But see this purple button over here? When you start people with Isagenix right now, you're a customer, you can be paid in product introduction vouchers. But what I like you to do is be paid in cash. So when the time comes for us to share with just 2 people, I'm going to ask you to click through that pathway of associate, to enter some details, and then watch a video. The video goes for 6 minutes, but that's going to explain to you what it means to be an Isagenix associate. But we only do that when you're ready to share, because it's time bound, right? And I don't want you to miss out on a bonus. Is that okay? And be like, sure, awesome. All right. Then, okay, so Isagenix is incredible. People love what you're doing. They see you feeling amazing and they want what you have, right? So Isagenix basically pays us to refer a product. It's pretty much just like going to a coffee shop and having an incredible coffee, and then we tell all of our friends, and then our friends go there and we get free coffee. But, you know, we don't really get free coffee with Isagenix, we get money. Is that cool? So you're basically, in your language, helping that person understand that what we're doing is just sharing the love and the benefits of a product. Now, Isagenix is distributed by way of network marketing. Why do they do it by network marketing? Because they know that peer support drives behavior change. It's awesome. And they don't have to pay for advertising, because any money they save comes back to us. Isn't that cool? Now, here's something I prepared earlier. And then I have my whiteboard. We've just got to rub all this one off, because this is what I did last night. All right. So I have bits and pieces that are done. So I have the you share, they share, repeat. Can you see that?
Yeah, sort of. Yeah.
Hang on a minute. I forget that I need to, can you see it now, or do I need to come back off share?
No, you're right. That's good.
Okay, so this is what I do. Sometimes I'll actually come back off share actually. Oh, there you go. Now you can see it better, right? So you come back off share when you're ready to do this part of it, because then they'll be able to see it better than the tiny little screen. Is that right?
Yep.
See, I'm getting used to the Zoom technology. So you can have this already written out, or because this is in that full paint, so I just haven't washed it off. Otherwise, you have a blank one and you get really good at writing while you're talking. So your job, your responsibility with every single person that you bring into Isagenix, whether they are interested or not, is to show them how to get paid. It is then that person's say so, whether they move through it or not. And yes, you may get some resistance from people, and the posture that you have around that is like, look, it's okay. I understand that you're actually not interested in this, but it's my responsibility to show you that there is a way for you to have your products rebated or paid for. So I just want to run through this really, really quickly, okay? It's okay for you not to do this. 85% of customers just use the products, and that's 100% okay, but it's my job to show you, okay? Because you never know, you might change your mind, okay? Cool? Then you go through and you show. How many of you can actually draw this out solid?
Yeah. Me.
Not solid.
Solid. So we will, so just note this down on a piece of paper. You have until, and for those listening at home, what's today? Tuesday. I'm going to give you until 5 p.m. Sunday, which will be the 22nd, to post up a clip on the ISA Help, in the chat thread. So note that your video has to be short. It needs to be under, I think, 3 minutes maybe, or maybe even under 90 seconds. If your video is longer than that, you'll need to pop it up into ISA Help and Grow. But we need to be able to see you do the you share, they share, repeat, okay? Just the basics. You don't need to go into the cycles of which I do, but you do need to be able to make sure that you do you share, they share, repeat, going down to, of course, down to the 820, so we're showing down to Crystal Manager. All right? This is your job. This is what you actually get paid for. So if you're earning $200 because or 400, let's say, because you referred 2 people into an ultimate pack, you went $400 for a week. It's your job being paid $200 per person to do a solid 30-day and to do the new associate checklist and to show your people how to get paid. Okay? Good money to show people how to get paid. All right? And if you're funny about talking about the money, which rhymes, by the way, you need to get over it, because as all of the most incredible top leaders in our business will say, if you do not talk about the money, you'll have no money. Or if you do not talk about the business, you will have no business. I've been there before too, really freaky deaky about speaking about network marketing and showing people this. But now I realize that my dream amount will not come if I don't show this. Okay? And if you are not comfortable showing this, please, let's organize a Zoom call to do a welcome call together and allow me to do this part of it for you. Okay? All right. And you can say, I'm just getting back into this. I'm just getting into the flow of doing these welcome calls by Zoom. Is it okay if I have my coach, my friend, my mentor, Lisa, come in and just show me how she does it so I can learn from her? Would that be okay? And we do a group one. Okay? All good. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that, about asking for help and accepting help. Okay? Because same thing again, remember at the start of this call that for us to live our amazing life, we need to be able to leverage ourselves out of our business, which means that we have to get masters of duplication. And everything that we do well, we must teach other people to do well. Okay? Must. Your amazing life is waiting for you, whatever that amazing life looks like. But if you are network marketing job and not network marketing residual income, your amazing life is kind of going to be a stuck one. Yeah? That makes sense? Because you're always going to be doing everything for everybody. And that's not your place here. You can't do everything for everybody and live an amazing life at the same time. Okay? Cool. So do you want me to show you how I do this? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So, Beck, it's awesome that you're having great results with Isogenics because you look amazing. Like, I've seen your stuff through social media and you're glowing, man. Your energy is way back up there. Like, look, to be honest, you were a bit sad at the start and now I can just see, like, you're posting about unicorns and rainbows. So I can tell that you're happy. Yeah, is that right?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, awesome. And what have your friends said? Have your friends said anything to you about it? Like that you look good?
Yeah, they want to know what I'm doing for sure.
Awesome. Okay, so Isogenics is basically, they have a really simple system to help you get your products paid for or even earn some extra cash by way of referring their products, right? So this is you all happy and smiley because you've had incredible results. Now, what 2 people do you know who say, like you, want to become happier or drop a dress size, so like lose weight or maintain some weight, healthy aging, energy, performance, or even those that you know that maybe want some extra money in their back pocket? Can you name 2 people?
Yep. Joe and Tash, my mum and my sister.
Awesome. Oh my God. You know what? As a family group is so good. Like when I started with my husband and like my friend, but any group starting together, you guys hold yourself so accountable. Did you know that they say that people that actually start a fitness or a health program together are 86% more successful? True fact. True fact. You should write that one down. All right.
Yeah.
Hint, hint. It's true. I didn't make that up. All right. I could have, but I didn't. Okay, so when we start, Joe, on the same pack that you did, which is the weight loss premium pack, did you love that one, by the way? It was good, right? Awesome.
Yeah.
So Isogenics is actually going to pay you $80 for that referral to Joe, okay, to get her started. And then Tom, Tammy,
Tash.
when she starts on the same pack that you did, the weight loss premium pack, Isogenics are actually also going to pay you another $80, right? Now, here's the awesome part. When Joe and Tash, Tammy, Tim, Tom, start in the same pay week, which runs Monday to Monday, Isogenics are actually going to double the pay to you. So they're going to pay you $160 for Joe, and they're going to pay you $160 for Tash. How cool is that? Is that all right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Got 160 over here for Joe, 160 for Tash. Now, when 2 people start with you, you reach your first leadership level with Isogenics, which is called consultant, and you're going to get rewarded with a little bonus of $50. Okay. So now we have 320 plus 50, so we've got 370. How much was your pack again?
$5.95.
Cool. So like you've got like mostly paid for here, right? So that's pretty good. You're getting like cash back on what you've paid. Now here's the fun part. Now together we're going to help Joe help 2 people, okay, just like you did. So we're going to ask her, who do you know? Who can you bring in to be successful with you? What support partners can you bring in? Who do you know? Okay. So let's say Joe brings in Bill and Ben. Awesome. Okay. And they get started together. Isogenics are actually going to pay you $100 for helping Joe help people. Okay. And then Tash brings in Fred and Ernie. And they're going to, and then Tash is going to get paid, but Isogenics is going to reward you $100. All right. For helping Tash get paid. So that's pretty cool. So now we've got 370 plus 100 for helping Joe get paid and 100 for helping Tash get paid. You've got 570. So that's your pack pretty much paid for. Is that cool?
Yeah, that is really cool.
I know, right? Now remember when I told you back on that page I showed you about that pathway to an associate, and I mentioned that it was time bound? So when we start helping people, we need to click through that. And what happens is if we can do this little structure, which is called you share and then they share, within 60 days of clicking on that associate button, then Isogenics is going to pay you another bonus of $250 for reaching the level of manager. Cool. Oh my God, $250, and now you've earned a total of $820. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Is that all right? Because you've had all of your products paid for. And you've got a profit, so you can do whatever you want with that. You can pay a bill, you could buy shoes, you could buy new activewear, or you can treat your kids to something awesome. Like, what would you do with that little bit of extra money that you had left over?
Oh, put it back into it.
Awesome. Oh yeah, you'd buy more stuff. You love those e-shots, right? So you just buy like about 250 e-shots. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's about 10 packs. You'd be flying. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. But see what happens? It's awesome, right? Everything's paid for. It's incredible. And this is the way that it works. So, and really what we're doing, because I know that you love helping people. You've got an incredible heart. I can see that. So really this is just friends helping friends. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, it goes a little bit deeper than that. And there are more bonuses along the way as we help more people. So this is you here as a manager, all right? Our next leadership level is what we call a director, and that's also time bound to 90 days, and Isogenics gives us a bonus $750. And then our next bonus is an executive. Now see how you're helping people here? So our director bonus is paid when we help 6 people, all help 2 people. And our executive bonus of $1,000 is paid when we help 10 people, all help 2 people. Okay? Is that all right? Do you know 10 people who could hold hands with 2 people? We only need to start with 2, by the way, but I'm sure you've got heaps of friends. Now, just stay with me because I might get a little bit confusing, but I just want to show you another amazing part of this, okay? But I don't need you to understand it right now. I really just need you to think about 2 people, but I want to show you a little bit more. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. So Isogenics is, like it's a pay plan, right? And pretty much what we do is we build teams. So we have a left team here and a right team, okay? So when we look to help those 10 people, all help 2 people, we've got to have 5 over here on the left and we've got to have 5 over here on the right. Okay? Simple. And I help you do that, by the way. Please don't freak out and think that you have to do this on your own. Okay? Just breathe. Now, when people are buying products, we start to bank what is called business volume or buying volume you can think of it like flybys points, healthy flybys points, okay? So let's say Bill over here, he's had previous experience in a company like Amway, right? And he comes over with all his Amway mates and he goes gangbusters and he puts heaps of people on. Every time somebody buys a product, then all of that buying volume flows all the way up the line and will sit up here in, like, let's say like a cloud account, right? It's like a bank, a virtual bank. And then same thing over here, let's say Ernie. So Ernie's also, you know, Ernie's mum used to do Amway as well. Amway people are cool, right? So they put on lots of people too. And as they start to buy product, all of these, all of this buying volume or flybys points all starts to roll up through everybody and banks up here in this holding like cloud account. Now, we get paid on the buying volume infinite levels deep. There's no cutoff with what we get paid to, okay? But Isagenix work it out for us. So every time there is 600 points of buying volume on one side and 300 points of buying volume on another, which equals 900, we get paid $60. Is that all right? Okay. Bit messy, don't really need to understand that. I know it can be overwhelming, but just dream with me a little bit, okay? And know that I'll help you do this. And there's lots of resources to learn how to do it, okay? You cool with that? Because we've just got to put this down for a second. All right. Now, just going to share something with you for a minute. Where's my share screen? Okay. All right. So I just want you to dream a little bit. So know that I've been with Isagenix for 3.5 years. I came in like you just to get a health transformation because I was feeling pretty crappy. And now I have helped about 350 people get started. So I can talk to anybody and I can enroll people. So please know that I'm going to hold your hand while you do that. And yes, it takes a lot of work and a lot of love, but basically a serving heart and a want to actually help people. But of course I had to do some learning around it. So remember when I said that you get paid $60 per cycle? So you can see that this is our current week right here, and this was our week last week. So if you times 52 by 60, then that's how much we got paid last week, which is just over $3,000. Now, I'm not saying that to impress you. I'm saying that to impress upon you that if your needs and your wants and your desires and your belief is big enough and you are happy to put some time into this, then I'm happy to put some time into you.
Love that.
The posture. So I'm just going to come back out of this, okay? Because that is pretty much how you do your welcome call. And if you don't have the cycle, you guys have got cycles there. Let's imagine the people, the brand new people you're bringing in are going to be starting at zero. You guys have got cycles in your back office. They'll be impressed by anything that you have there. So most people will be impressed by coming in. And remember in that little video, they just teach them how to get the breathing space. So how much are you spending per month on your products? And then how much on top of that would just allow you to breathe a little bit, right? So that's the first step. So it's to show them how to get their products rebated. And if we could put any amount on top of that just to help you breathe a little bit more, how much would it be? And then come in and show them your cycles. Because remember that your cycles are per week. So let's say if you're consistently earning 4 cycles a week, I'm just grabbing that, but you're earning 4 cycles a week, that's $240 add up, right? That's $1,000 a month. Do you reckon that the brand new person who has come in and let's say bought a $600 pack would be happy with $1,000, like showing them how to breathe at $1,000 per month? Anybody would. Anybody. You could show any Joe Blow off the street coming in and showing them how to earn $1,000 by getting healthy and talking to other people, and they would be impressed. All right. Cool.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Just a question, Lee, sorry.
Yep.
What do you sort of say, like, when people say, you know how you're drawing it out and say, oh, that's a pyramid scheme? What wording do you use there? Because it happens a bit.
Yeah. I say, I can understand why you think it might be a pyramid scheme because of the way I draw it. But look, that's actually a binary compensation plan. And pyramid schemes are actually illegal, and they have been since 1979. And look, I would never, ever do anything illegal and actually jeopardize my family's income nor my family legacy by doing anything illegal. So I can guarantee to you that this is not illegal. It is actually a very highly regulated profession and a very highly regulated industry.
Yeah, cool.
Yep.
I also say that pyramid schemes actually don't have a product.
Mm.
We actually offer a product and a service, whereas a pyramid scheme is I give Lisa money, Lisa then gives it to you, which you guys give it to Billie Jean, and then it comes back to me.
Yeah.
That's illegal. You're not allowed to do that.
Yeah. And do you know what? Like, I get it. I still get that now. And that's very old school. So it's going to be generally people of kind of like the generation old, like one generation older than us, because they're going to remember. They're going to remember that it was called the pilot. It was actually called the pilot scheme or something, or the pilot game. So that's actually where that pyramid scheme-ish thing came from. So they'll remember that. But and it's the posture around it. And I can't remember who it was that actually, I think it might have been Eric Warre, actually says pyramid scheme. Well, he says two things. So he says, I can see why you might say that because of the way that it's drawn out. But, you know, like, tell me what you sound like you know about pyramid schemes. Can you tell me what you know? And then wait, because remember how we all have conditioned responses? And it's like when you go into a shop and you're really looking for something, but you haven't made a decision, and someone goes, hey, can I help you? And you're like, no, thanks, just looking. And then 2 seconds later you go, actually, it's the same type of conditioned response. So, and you can ask them, you sound like you've had an experience with a pyramid scheme. Can you tell me what's happened? Or what do you know about pyramid schemes, right? That's textbook Eric Warre. And then another thing that he has said is pyramid schemes are illegal. They have been since 1979. I would never, ever, ever do anything illegal, ever to jeopardize myself, my personal reputation, or that of my family. I think that one is a better one.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, like, I could play with that. It depends who the person is that I'd be talking to. If they were friends, I'd be like, oh, no, I'm not looking to go to jail anytime soon. It's not illegal. You know, like you would play with it. But if it's a professional person coming out against it, it's literally around that objection. It is your certainty and your posture. Hands down, this is not illegal. Using body language, hands down, not illegal. I would never, ever do anything illegal. Body language, certainty, hands down. Get it? That's a great one. But yeah, your posture around that. It's not. It's like so regulated. And you could even have some resources somewhere, and you could show them the DSA and the DSAA, you know, the Direct Selling Association of Australia. You know, you could say Isogenics is regulated by the Direct Selling Association of Australia, and it's regulated by the Direct Selling Association of America. So you can have those stats, but they mean nothing in comparison to your certainty around saying it is illegal. Yeah, good question though.
Lisa, just back to your board that you were doing.
Yep.
What have they changed the dates as to when you should reach to get the bonuses?
No. Well, originally it was 30 days to manager. Now it's 60. Yep. So it's 60 to manager, 90 to director, and then 6 months to executive. Okay. Yeah. But remember, through customer first, it's time bound. Yeah, this is why I'm very, very clear on saying to people, please don't go through and click on that pathway to associate until you are ready to share these products, because your clock starts ticking. Your 60 days start clicking from the time that you click through and watch the videos. You might have someone who is so self-started, like I just had a girl today, and she's clicked through and I'm like, she's not even said that she wants to share the products, but she's clicked through associate already. We're catching up on Thursday, so I'll go through and explain it to her again. But even actually, do tell them when they watch the video that there's amazing resources, and it says it in the video anyway. Like, it directs them to the compensation plan videos, it directs them to isogenicsbusiness.com, and it directs them to compliance. So there's three things that actually directs them to. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you.
And it's a pity it's a pity because I've tried to find a copy of the video, so you can, for people who haven't seen it, who aren't actually able to watch it through someone else's back office, to view it. I can't find it anyway. I can't Google it. Good video, actually.
Yep. Sure.
Is there anything else that you guys want to ask about? No.
No, I'm good.
So remember that the strength of the strength of having your customers refer other people in will be the strength of your coaching them through a great experience, and then the strength of your posture in explaining the you share, they share, repeat, and then helping them feel really safe and comfortable, knowing that they don't have to do this on their own. The first, and Brett, this comes directly from Brett and Sammy, the first 10 people, I'm going to hold your hand. I'm going to help you with your first 10 people. I'm going to do them with you so you can listen to me, so you can hear how I speak, you can watch what I do until you pick up all the language and the processes yourself, and then you're off. But the first 10 people we're going to do together. And actually, I would ask you not to say anything about the price. Let me do that, okay? Because most people get a bit turned off by it and they get a bit funny. Remember how you did? So allow me to help you with that, okay? If people say something about you wanting to get started, just say, you know what, I'm so new at this, or I'm just getting back into this, or, like we're doing some training on this. Be honest. People freaking value honesty, and just tell them where you're at and say, you know what, I'm just kind of finding my feet again in this. Would it be okay if I get my friend, my coach, my mentor, my whatever you want to call your guru, not a guru, do you mind if I get them on the line? Because I like listening to her, and she's sitting in her jammies and it's all good. Just get some help. You guys have got to learn how to leverage. Got to learn how to leverage. We don't leverage enough in this team. You've got to learn how to let other people help you. Yeah. All right. That's about that. What else was I going to say? I can take a picture of my board too. Actually, I know what I've got to say. I can take a picture of my board, which I'm really sad might not be coming to our new house. I'm like, what am I going to do without this? It's sad. I love it. It's so
You need
great.
to take.
I know. Well, I have to figure out which room I want to have my office in, and then because my board is actually glass splashback. So because my hubby's a cabinet maker, so I've got 2 big glass splashbacks behind my computer, so they're drawn on everywhere. So they're awesome. So who wants to share their breathe and their it works and their dream? I love that. That is so good. That's the easiest and most amazing, beautiful way of sharing the money with people, by the way. Did you like it?
I haven't watched it today.
So Beej, you'll have to go back and watch it. Go back and watch it, and then you'll understand what we're talking about.
Yep.
You want to share yours, Beck?
Yep. I wrote mine down. My breathe easy, and this is obviously bringing on board us building a house, planning another kid. So this is all happening within the next 12 months. So, my breathe easy is because I've also got other debt. So I would like to have $3,000 a week income. Or maybe I did change it from 2 to 3. So I don't really know when I'll start breathing because I want to give up my job. So I'm earning just under $1,000 a week at my job, and I'm probably earning just under $1,000 a week from ISA. So, you know, that's nearly 2,000, and that's not including our house or a new baby. So that's why I've bumped it up to 3,000. I'd be happy to be earning that. Whether or not that's my job and ISA, I'm not worried, but I'd prefer it just to be ISA full time. So it's working would be definitely 10,000 a week, because that would mean that my partner could also give up work. So that would be able to show that it is working, that I've brought him home, that he's able to retire, and we could keep doing this full time together. And definitely my dream would be Brett and Sammy at 60K a week, because I think that's freaking insane. And I couldn't ever imagine that in my wildest dreams. So that's definitely my dream.
Okay, well, so you dream big. Awesome. I'm looking at mine going, all right, so you dream big, but you just shot yourself. I'm going to be honest with you, just shot yourself in the foot. You're like, so you got to be so intentional with what you're saying here and so crystal clear, because when you say things, the universe is actually listening to you. I'd be happy with $60,000 a week. Brett and Sammy's, I just can't imagine that happening. So you dream it on one hand, but you can't imagine it happening on the other. You just like squashed them out together. Yeah? So the magic of having an amazing life is sitting strongly in your belief. Seeing yourself having it, seeing yourself with the $60,000, writing out your dream day, writing out your dream week, writing out your dream Tuesday or Monday or whenever money drops into your bank account, and vividly seeing the 60 grand dropping in.
Well, I definitely see me walking across the stage at Celebration for Start 1000. So
Awesome.
That's definitely going to happen. And that's why I'm here, because I can't not have that. So that's what I want to do.
Cool. So, so come back to the vision. So come back to the goal come back to the goal of the money, the dream, and then you write your vision around it. So you have the money, and then you have the whys. So you've got the money there, and you have the why. Bring my husband home full time and have another baby, pay off debt. So they're your whys underneath the money goal. And then you write vividly your vision around it. Yeah. So Tuesday morning, I wake up, I hear that ping. I got an email notification from Isogenics saying that congratulations, you've earned, and you write that through. And then you come into the feeling side of it, right? Or you write your vision about how it feels, or can't believe I'm here, just about to get called out to walk across the stage to Start 1000. They call out my name, everybody's dancing, Steve Foxwell gives me a cuddle, Kathy Coover, she wouldn't be there, but Eric Coover gives you a cuddle. So you're vivid. Remember that the brain does not know what's imagined and real. And so if you vividly write out money goal, wise, vision, it's 3 steps. If you vividly live into the vision,
it'll happen.
Take action too. Sorry, take action's the other bit. Goal, why, vision, action. You can't. Nothing will happen if you don't take action. Because you can sit there and be a vivid. You can have the most amazing, vivid imagination in the whole entire world. Not going to drop into your lap unless you take action.
Awesome. Thank you.
Pleasure. Lainey, you want to share yours? I've got to scratch me.
Sure thing. So I did my Breathe Easy. Would obviously be paying products plus $1,000 extra a week.
So give me the total amount.
So that would be $1,600.
Awesome.
As such, that's me alone though. That's not both of us together. It's working. I did 2,500 a week. That's where I would say that it is working. And my dream, like Beck, is definitely Brett and Sammy's dream, you know, what they're living. But to own my own dream home as well would be amazing. So I'm looking at a $700,000 home. That's my dream home.
Cool. So come back and tell me the dream amount per week or per month.
With the dream home.
No, tell me the dream amount. Drop it into your bank account every week. Dream amount.
Oh, I would love to think anywhere between 60 and 80,000.
Oh, you've got to be specific.
Oh, a week. Oh.
Got to be specific. You can't.
A week.
60 to 80,000 is a big difference. Be specific. The universe is listening
I'll
to
go
you.
80,000. That's a dream.
Awesome. Sold. Deal. So you got to get strong. You were so strong on the 1,600 and you were so strong on the 2.5. And then when it got to the big one, your bum hole tightened up. you literally.
I guess yeah, sorry, like Beck, you know, it's a dream, but yeah, the reality that it could happen to us, I guess, yeah, it just.
I feel that's a dream because dreams, you wake up and it hasn't happened.
That's exactly how I feel. I've dreamt, and I've dreamt a lot, and things just haven't happened yet. So my reality of a dream is to wake up and it actually happen.
With
So when it happens, I've dreamt it.
Okay, so get okay with the money. Yeah, we might need to do some work around money mindset. We might need to go back and revisit T. Harv Eker, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, because I can tell that there's some money stuff going on, right? Because same thing, very clear on the breathe, very clear on the it works, but when we get to the big one, there's a block. And you need to understand and know that money is okay. Money is up there with oxygen to live. Money is not dirty. Money is not the root of all evil. Money does, in fact, grow on trees. It used to. Now it's made in a mint by plastic, but it used to be paper. So, and it's okay, and it's needed for life, and it's needed to live an amazing life. And good people do good things with good money. Yeah?
What's your dream, Lisa?
My dream? Wow. Like, so, I need to rethink my dream. I would have to say I'm very conservative. I'm not at all a overly materialistic person. So my breathe amount is 4,800 per month. That's me breathing. That was me with our products paid with a breathe amount on top of it. Our it works amount is 12,000 per month. And my dream amount, this is me being very conservative and safe and realistic and not dreaming big. We spoke about this last night, is $26,000 per month. That's my dream because that's my goal, which I have set, which is 5-star. So, you know, like it's little. It's little. I need to dream bigger, right? I need to be like you guys and just go dream.
Legacy club.
Yeah.
There we go.
Instead of being okay, so let's say it's like this. Instead of being conservative and dreaming really big in case I fail, because, you know, 26 is not that far away. Does that make sense? So, like, I love this. It's an incredible conversation to have. And at the same time, I'll be honest, I don't actually carry money issues anymore because my mum passed away. And my mum was always the one that was always saying, why is it always about the money? Why is it always about the money? I don't have anything to prove to her, good or bad, about money anymore. And also, I know the power of the residual income because it helped to help my dad, you know, with her passing. I felt the true legacy and the cushion of the residual income. And so now I really don't have it, but I still have it, you know, safe and realistic. So, But thank you guys for like pulling my head out of my ass and like making me dream bigger. It's an incredible exercise to do. It's awesome.
No, but like that random lady said of that video that we watched, you can't, you can't judge on someone else's dream, and so it's got to be your dream too.
Absolutely.
And if that's your dream, well, that's doesn't have to be humongous.
That's and that's so true. And you will see that. I'm reading this book at the moment, and I wanted to find it all for you, but I can't actually find it. I found it in my mum's book. And so my mum was a real estate agent, so I'm sure she did lots of personal sales development stuff. So this book it's called Believe and You Are Rich. And I'm like, that's a cool book. So I start reading it, and it is incredible. This book is awesome. So I've been Googling everywhere to try to find this book, because I'm like, I need to get this book into your hands because of the way it is. Like, it's really, really, really good. And how I'm talking to you tonight about living an amazing life, and really what the start of the amazing life is the belief. Nothing happens in amazing unless you believe in it first. Right? And so this is kind of all coming from that book, but I can't bloody find it anywhere. It's out of this dude just wrote one book, and it happens to be really good, and it's probably like really old, and I've like underlined so much stuff, and in my mind I'm like, well, I'm just going to have to lend it to them one at a time, and then they've got to pass it around, because it's really, really good anyway. And it's a true story. So it's a true story, but it's like written as a character. Anyway, so yeah, but we have to, and he does say in that, like, you have to have that belief, and then you have to have the dreaming, but none of that will happen until the action goes hand in hand with it, right? So we can goal, we can write it, we can believe it, and we can dream it, and we can taste it, vision it. But if you sit on your laurels and think that it's just going to drop from the sky because you visioned so much, it ain't going to happen.
Yeah. And
What was it called?
BJ, you haven't done your
No, I
thing?
I didn't. I was at work all day today, so I didn't even see that until just before, when I went, oh God, it's 8:45. I should have logged on already. No, so I will do mine tomorrow.
All right. So just the context of it is the breathing amount is basically getting your products paid for. So you know what you pay for per month. So it's getting your products paid for, and then adding a little bit of amount on top of that, which just allows you to breathe. So it's like that question I asked when I did the You Share, They Share repeat. It's like, what would you do with that extra piece of money? Like, what would you do with it? Is there a bill you want to pay, or would you go and do something special? So you kind of get to that there. And then it works is like, how much money do you need to see going into your bank account every week or every month for this to solidify to you that it actually works? And then what's your dream, like per week or per month? Like, for you to live your dream amazing life, what does it need to be dropping into your bank account?
Okay, I can tell you.
Yeah.
The first one to what's the
Breathe?
first one? What's it?
Breathe.
To breathe. My breathe amount is, say, 1,000. 1,000 a week.
Yep.
It's working amount is it has to be more than my husband's wage. So say 12,000 a month, right? And then my dream amount would be 25 to 30,000.
Oh, specific.
30,000 a month.
Decimal point 00.
30,000 a month. Yep.
Right. Okay.
30,000 a month.
Awesome. So can we bring it in? So when even when you're talking to people about setting their specific health goals, or as you're coaching people through their business goals, don't allow people to be so open-ended.
Okay.
Remember that the universe is listening intently, right? So it's, and even when we set the date to it, on or before the 3rd of December 2017, Shane and I will have a 5-star Isogenics business. We will be earning $6,000 per week, right? Specific to the decimal point to the date.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
Awesome. You guys have been incredible tonight, by the way. There's been a lot of content to go through. And so I really want to thank you very much for turning up. I love all of you. I love seeing your face. It's beautiful to have you here, Beck. Lainey and Clint, again, thank you so much. I really, like, my heart pours out to you guys with little kids. I know how much, you know, you have to pull yourself away from your family duties to spend, normally it's an hour, but there's been a lot of content in tonight. So, yeah, really, I really, really, really love it, and I really appreciate it. So you guys give me so much love and energy that it's just awesome. So
Thanks, Lisa.
my pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Back
Don't
at
worry.
you, Lisa.
Pardon me?
I said back at you. You know we love you.
Oh, thanks. BJ and I were having a Facebook chat before, and we were both funny. So I love that. If we're ever going to talk by Facebook, we have to be animals. I wish they could do that on Zoom, actually. I'm going to just turn off the meeting. Thanks for everyone joining us from home. I hope you guys get your homework done, and please join us next week. I'm going to stop the recording.